I've got breaking news that's good for the entire crypto market, and it shows to the whole world how the SEC simply isn't playing fair. They lost an appeal, and now the market is moving green based on the news. Starting it off with your comments, Jason Chen says, thanks, Mr. Real Expector. Great content. Have a great rest of your day. I surely will, but the hurricane is fast approaching. Ripple will party the millions they have made so far, while we have been left empty-handed for 5 years and counting. That's coming from the Central World 9290. T-Rex UX3KR says, hey man, you're the dude playing the dude. I thank you. Less than a minute 20 in profanity. Sometimes my kids are in the room, bro. Southside, that's right. Southside pride, because change is needed. Now, did you check out the whiteboard behind me in the previous segment? Pumps and dumps. Keep that in mind as I go through the news. Bitcoin sitting at 27,334. ETH 1715. XRP some relief here at 53.5, up 3% on this move. With XLM right now sitting at 12.4, up 4%. So what's the big news, everyone? Grayscale wins spot Bitcoin ETF appeal against the SEC. A federal appeals court has sided with Grayscale Investments against the SEC. The court rules that the SEC must reverse its rejection of the Grayscale Bitcoin bot ETF and review the application. That's right. It doesn't mean that the application was granted. You're going to get a lot of fudsters out there and a lot of hopium pumpers telling you that it was granted. No, they just rejected the review, which means no, you are now forced to review it. It doesn't mean that they're going to approve it. In a watershed moment for the crypto industry, U.S. Federal Appeals Court has sided with Grayscale Bitcoin Trust issuer Grayscale Investments in its lawsuit against the SEC regarding its spot ETF. The court ruled the securities regulator must reverse its rejection and review the application for the same. Again, this is not about them getting approval. This is about Grayscale filing for the appeal, saying, yo, you won't even listen to our stuff? This is where it gets good, though, for all of us, and this is why the entire crypto market is pumping now. But will it dump? But first, the denial of Grayscale's proposal was arbitrary and capricious because the commission failed to explain its different treatment of similar products. That's from the U.S. Court of Appeals. That's really big because now you're seeing the appeals court on the federal level going, whoa, 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 SEC, you aren't playing fair in the sandbox. Oh, which is what a lot of us have been thinking this entire time. Now, again, it doesn't mean that the SEC is going to approve the trust. It just means they have to treat it like everything else, and they can't pick and choose how they're reviewing things, right? The government, once they review it, they got to review it equally for everyone, or else you're not playing fairly, and that's why the Court of Appeals came in. XRP move pumped all the way up to 54.6, but we're now sitting at 53.5. So we've already pulled back a little bit, pumps and dumps. And I think, just taking a guess here, I think the big problem is when people saw this, they probably read it as, whoa, 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 whoa. That means we've got the trust has been converted into an ETF. No, no, no. And that's what a lot of early news reports were saying, but they were wrong. XLM, same thing. My phone was going off. We hit 12.7, but now we're at 12.4. We're tracing from the highs. It was up as much as 7.5%. Now only up 3.8%. But look at this. That's still a healthy move. But whiteboard, everyone, pumps and dumps. Will the news last? Will the news hold? Now look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself, which should be the primary beneficiary of this, again, it's not that the ETF was approved. It was the review process of the SEC was like, girlfriend, you were doing this wrong. So you can see Bitcoin is pulling back, but not as heavy. The nice thing about this is we know Bitcoin pulls the entire market both up and down. And this is giving all of us in the crypto space right now some breathing room because honestly, action has been very boring. It's been very sideways. Check this out. If we scroll out just a little bit, right? Range bound, range bound, range bound, go to left here, range bound, range bound. It was kind of boring, wasn't it? See what I'm saying right here? So we finally at least broke that out and we're now back to prices where we saw from the 20th of August. XLM, let's take a look at that for the 1 month chart. 1 month chart for XLM, okay, not as range bound as XRP, but it did give XLM some breathing room. But when we zoom in, everyone, we are seeing that these moves are not lasting. Check it out. You could see clear as day as soon as they hit that top of 12.76, that was it. Rejection started happening. And we go to XRP, we look at it again, see it clear as day right here. got to 54.6, and again, rejection happening. And the whiteboard never lies. And I want to hear from you. Are we going to dump back to previous levels? And was this even really a pump? Besides price, this is honestly a good thing because in the court of public opinion, and you cannot deny the court of public opinion and how big of an effect it has on global politics along with court cases. But the court of public opinion right here is going, man, the SEC is kind of doing some shading stuff. They just lost an appeal because their practices regarding reviewing ETFs weren't even consistent. We've heard that applied too in regards to XRP as well, right? Why are they treating Ripple so differently? Why is ETH getting the golden pass, right? Why are some of these ones scrutinized and some others aren't? So yes, this is very good for the cryptoverse. Not because the application was approved, but because a court stepped in, the Federal Appeals Court stepped in and said, SEC, you are not playing by the same rules with everyone, and that's not how this shit works. You have to play fair both ways. You cannot pick and choose what you want to review and what you don't want to review. So chalk one up for the good guys as the market is green. Now what we have to see is, will this pump hold? And at what levels will we see this footing appear at? Today, I've got a very light workout in between the torrential rains that are about to hit. Yes, I live in South Carolina. We're bracing for the storms, and by the coast, they're already shutting down schools for tomorrow and the day after. So I'm going to get my run in. Little pre-burn right here. You cool cats, though, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.